welcome back to my channel. I am Ashley, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys the cons of being a home daycare provider. So I did get a video request from, I don't remember the name by memory, but I'll include a screenshot of her comment right here, and she was basically telling me to give like the pros and the cons in a video in a sense. But I decided to do two separate videos. I'm gonna do the cons in today's video, and then maybe the next time that I film, I'll do the pros. So the first con that I have is that you are the janitor, you're the nurse, you're the secretary, you're the cook, you're the owner, you're the manager, etc. So multiple roles can be overwhelming. So it's not like in a facility where you have the office lady that deals with the paperwork. Lucas is awake. This is my son, by the way, guys. It's the weekend, so I'm filming on Saturday. His hair looks crazy because he just woke up. But what was I saying was that you have multiple roles that you have to take on. You don't have like in a facility or even in like schools where they have the cooks. They have the person that cleans up the spills if there's a spill. They have a person dedicated for different things. And when you are an in-home daycare provider, you don't have that. So if someone throws up, you gotta clean it up. If somebody needs a receipt, you gotta go ahead and write that up. If someone needs a letter from you for something else, you gotta write that. And then you gotta cook, you gotta be the manager, and then if someone needs to get terminated, you need to do that. So you have a lot of things that you have to take care of as a daycare provider, and you might feel a little bit overwhelmed because you have so many things that you have to do. Once you get into the rhythm of things and once you get into the routine of things, it's gonna be a lot easier. But I'm just letting you guys know that it's gonna be a little bit overwhelming in the beginning. Sometimes even me, I've been doing this for 5 years, sometimes I even get a little bit overwhelmed, but just know that you do have a lot of roles that you have to take on as an in-home daycare provider. So the next con that I'm going to talk about is, I wrote down that because you are based out of your home, people may not take you seriously. So when it comes to facilities, they open at a certain time and they close at a certain time. Same thing when it comes to Walmart, Target, like businesses, they open at a certain time and they close at a certain time. Now, you don't see anybody outside of Target knocking on the entrance like, hey, open up, I'm here, I'm ready to shop. They'll do that to your house. So I've had people come at 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning when I first started daycare, and they'll be knocking on my door, okay, I'm ready to leave my kid. They don't have that much respect for you as if you were a business that was on the road. Not like that, but like if you were like a La Petite or if you were like a Ladybird Academy or a Star Child, like they don't have that respect for you. Same thing when it comes to pickup. Some parents don't care about that. Sometimes they're like, oh, you're home already, like what do you need to do? That happens when you're in your home. They don't have that respect. They take advantage of certain situations and it can get a little bit hard, and that, to me, that's a con. So the next con that I have is that your home can feel like a workplace. When I'm sitting on my couch and I look straight ahead, I see toys. I can use this room for something else. I'm not complaining, but what I'm saying is that I constantly feel like I'm at work. That's why I avoid bulletin boards all over my house. I try not to let my house kind of look like in-home daycare. The bathroom that's for the kids, it's decorated like a normal bathroom. It doesn't have like posters on how to wash your hands and all that stuff. I don't have any of that because I don't want my house to feel like a workplace. Now, when I first started, I did make that mistake of making everything look like a workplace. I had like a soap thing on in my bathroom, and it was like with like kid cartoons and stuff like that, so it kind of made the bathroom look like a little bit kiddish. My living room had high chairs all throughout. Like it just looked too much like a daycare. And then as the years went on, I was like, I'm tired of my house looking like a daycare. And like I said, I don't want you guys to think that I'm complaining about it. I'm not. It's just, it does get overwhelming, and it feels like you are never getting a break in a sense, like mentally, because everywhere you look, you see daycare. So if you guys are starting out, you guys, I can't tell you to do it. You guys are going to do what you want to do. But I would say when you start out, try doing things little by little. And I'm telling you, once you overpower your house with daycare, you're going to want to start cutting back on that. And I've seen a lot of providers do that as well. But that's another con to me, is your house kind of feels like a workplace. So the next con is you need to motivate yourself. You are your own motivator. It requires a lot of self-motivation. And the reason why I say this is because you don't have anybody breathing down your back like a boss asking you where your lesson plans are or any of that stuff. You need to motivate yourself. Just like YouTube, you need to motivate yourself to make videos. Just like any job that's like self-employed, you need to motivate yourself to keep going. And when you're a home daycare provider, there are times where you're just like, I'm tired of doing the same thing every day, and you start to lose motivation. And I was talking to another daycare provider. She has a YouTube channel. It's Mommy to Many. And we were both saying, like, towards the end of the year, you start to feel like burnt out. You start to feel like you don't want to do anything anymore. And it's not because you're tired of your job. It's just you lose that motivation sometimes. And normally the new year motivates me, it keeps me pumped to start doing things, but I can start to see like towards the middle of the year I start to lose my fuel. And it's hard because you are the one that needs to pick yourself up. Nobody's going to be breathing down your back. Like I said, you don't have a boss, you don't have anything that is going to be there to like push you. So that kind of is a con, because self-motivation in anything, it's hard because you gotta, like I said, be the one to motivate yourself. So to me, that's a con. The next con is, aside from the 50-hour plus hours that we work a week, there's so many other things that you guys have to do off the clock. Like right now it's Saturday. I plan on going to the library to get some books for the theme for this upcoming month, which is transportation. I have to buy some things for the kids for Valentine's Day. I do plan on doing a photo shoot for the kids for Valentine's Day. I gotta go ahead and get that stuff. So there's a lot of things aside from the daycare hours that you put in and the diaper changing you do and the crafts that you do. Aside from all of that, you still have a lot of stuff that you gotta do, because again, it's not like a facility where there are multiple employees that can do different things. You gotta do it all. You gotta do the shopping, you gotta make the orders, you gotta do a lot of stuff. So it's, like I said, Saturday, and once I'm done filming these videos, I'm gonna go ahead and get my kids ready, and we're gonna head out and we're gonna start to run these errands. So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of things that you have to do. You guys don't have to do these things. Like, I don't have to buy anything for Valentine's Day. I don't have to do the Valentine's Day photo shoot. I do it because I want to, and I love to do my job. So I don't want people like in the comments like, oh, well, you put that upon yourself. No, like, I feel like doing this job, it comes with that, and I feel like giving is nice, and I feel like for Valentine's Day, it would be nice to give the kids a little treat. So that's something that I do on my part. There's a lot that you got to do aside from the 50 hours that you work Monday through Friday, and I wanted you guys to know that when you guys are a daycare provider, there's going to be sometimes text messages that you have to answer, sometimes phone calls that you have to answer. I do have some receipts that I have to make. I'm going to go ahead and do those in a little bit. So aside from the 50 hours, you do have a lot of other work that you have to do as well. And then the last situation that I feel like is a con is you have to deal with uncomfortable situations. There was a time where I had this couple where the mom told me that dad couldn't pick up. I had no court order. I had nothing stating that he couldn't pick up the kids. It's just they were going through something, and it was just out of spite that she didn't want the dad to pick up the child. And they put you in that situation because you open the door and dad's standing right there, and you're like you don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So that happens a lot. You get put into uncomfortable situations. And again, that's another role that you have to take on. It's not like I'm a teacher and I'm like, oh, you got to talk to the supervisor or the manager or the office manager that deals with the parents about that situation. I don't have anything to do with it. Like, you got to take on that responsibility. You got to know how to deal with certain situations. And that includes uncomfortable situations. So that's the last con that I have. Yes, there are a lot of other cons, like the long hours. It's ridiculous the amount of hours that we put in, but I just didn't want to mention all of those things in today's video. If you guys want to see another video including the common cons, then just let me know and I'll go ahead and film that for you guys. It doesn't bother me. I just wanted to bring something different to this video for you guys. So those are the cons that I have for being an in-home daycare provider. I hope that this video was helpful. Please subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, and I will see you guys in my next video.